normal people become terrified of criminals.
Shots were just fired. Police just came out and told us, and we're headed there right now.
They become terrified of their own government.
Elon Musk's X follows through with thermonuclear lawsuit against Media Matters. Messaging platform X on Monday sued Media Matters watchdog group. Media watchdog group Media Matters, alleging the organization defamed the platform after it published a report that said ads for major brands had appeared next to posts touting Nazism. Now, here's where it gets really fascinating. I'll break it down for you very simply. What Elon Musk is saying, as well as several employees publicly stating this, what Media Matters for America did, to understand what Media Matters is, there is a series of Democrat and government-aligned groups that engage in lawfare and cancel culture to destroy people who believe in liberty, among one thing, and those who are conservative. And so what they're saying, they're alleging, what Media Matters did, and this is really fascinating, Media Matters created new accounts or accessed accounts that had been around for just 30 days to bypass certain restrictions. They then intentionally followed a handful of Nazi accounts and a handful of advertiser accounts to create a timeline where their posts existed next to each other. That's pretty amazing, isn't it? So if I choose to follow Phil and choose to follow Danny, and then I get a post from Phil and a post from Danny, I go, oh, why is this post from this offensive comedian appearing next to my wholesome heavy metal music? It's like, well, X is going to be like, because you chose for it to, because you wanted it
This is a free speech platform. We're allowing, the point is we're allowing you to do that.
We have the document.
Oh, you got it.
Yeah, so the document is up. We have it right here. United States District Court for the Northern District of Texas, Fort Worth Division, X Corp, and Nevada Corporation versus Media Matters for America. They say defendant Media Matters for America is a self-proclaimed media watchdog that decided it would not let the truth get in the way of a story it wanted to publish about X Corp, looking to portray X's social networking platform as being dominated by white nationalists and anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. Media Matters knowingly and maliciously manufactured side-by-side images depicting advertisers' posts on X Corp social media platforms besides neo-Nazi and white nationalist fringe content, and then portrayed these manufactured images as if they were typical what typical X users experience on the platform. Media Matters designed both these images and its resulting media strategy to drive advertisers from the platform and destroy X Corp. And as of right now, this is a big deal. We got Apple, IBM, Lionsgate, Disney, Comcast, NBCU, Paramount, Warner Brothers, Discovery, and other firms have paused their marketing. This is a massive hit to X's revenue based on lies. They go on to say plaintiff, X Corp operates the X social media platform with over 500 million active monthly users, facilitates free expression, open discourse, et cetera, et cetera. We get it. So now we're hearing, I think it's the AG out of Missouri is investigating fraud because it's both civil and criminal fraud at this point. And I got to be honest, I think any reasonable person who looks at what Media Matters does will conclude it's fraud.
Yeah.
When an organization lies intentionally and then uses those lies to engage in tortious interference, now you're going beyond just a civil case. It's criminal.
Yeah, I mean, Apple alone I think they said Apple alone spends $100 million a year. I don't know what the grand total of all these companies is, but that's some serious damage.
They could bury Media Matters. I mean, I don't know what kind of, margin they make, or what kind of.
Well, they're like a nonprofit.
Yeah, it's a nonprofit. Yeah. It's fun.
I think Elon might just own them after this. He's going to do the same
thing.
It's a
nonprofit. You don't own them. Well, it's just there's not much you can do. Evil people do evil things, and even if they're on the hook to Elon Musk for substantial sums of money, they keep doing what they're doing.
Right.
I mean, evil exists, man.
Well, I mean, if there is criminal prosecution, that might actually change behavior, because then that'll turn into, there could be prosecution for criminal and put them in jail or something.
Sure.
I don't think there would be.
There's attempts. Tim mentioned the Missouri case, but also the owner of Rumble was just tweeting. I don't know where it went to. Was just tweeting that trying to get the attention of Jim Jordan and Congress. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what protections a nonprofit has against stuff like this.
I think the floodgates are busting open.
I don't think that many people really buy this stuff anymore, because
it's not just that.
Yeah.
I agree with you, but if the Republicans look into the taking down of Parler, now it's big.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the government colluding with private organizations to shut down businesses. To censor speech. This goes well beyond just someone got banned on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, Parler was clearly an effort to shut down any possible counter narrative to what was being put on Twitter after January 6th. It was clear. I mean, Amazon shut their servers down. There was all kinds of push from the government to shut them down. I don't remember the details, but
yeah, they had their servers like pulled basically.
Yeah, I don't think there's not a whole lot of question as to whether or not that happened. I don't hear people saying no, this didn't happen or whatever. So it was pretty clearly.
I'm curious
collusion.
how long these companies are gonna, because I'm sure Twitter has provided them with a report. They did, right? Saying like, hey, here's our like back end data, just saying like, hey,
Right.
this is totally misrepresented.
They break it down. I mean, this is actually quite hilarious. What they're arguing in the lawsuit is that Media Matters exclusively followed a small subset of users consisting entirely of accounts in one of two categories: those known to produce extreme fringe content and accounts owned by X's big name advertisers. The end result was a feed precision designed by Media Matters for a single purpose: to produce side-by-side ad content placements that it could screenshot in an effort to alienate advertisers. They followed Crazy Guy, followed Apple, and then went, oh no, the posts are appearing next to each other. But that's quite literally you choosing.
Yeah, I mean, the question is how long all these companies kind of keep up with it, because they've done this before. Didn't they recently do this exact same thing where all these advertisers paused? I don't remember what the last
It's all
was.
a lie.
But like someone did something similar. They go, hey, you know what's going on? And all these, or like something Elon tweeted, and then everybody paused, and then they come back, and they're like, but there's serious damages, like a week of no ads.
Yes. That's significant damage.
Huge money.
I got Elon's play for you. I said this during the YouTube adpocalypse, and I'm going to say it now, and I hope Elon hears it. Here's what you do, buddy. Let's play a game. IBM, Apple, insert company, NBCU. They want to go to war with you over something that is obviously and knowingly false. I want everyone to understand this. You think Apple doesn't know this is fake? Yeah. There's no way their marketing people are like, oh, heavens me, I can't believe this happened. No, they know exactly what it is. It's curated and it's fake. So here's what you do, Elon. Advertise against them. And what I would say is whatever amount of money you'd spend in marketing that you pull off the table, we will cost you tenfold in negative press.
Yeah.
Good luck. The way I viewed it with YouTube was when, big company X announces they're pulling off the platform, I'd immediately offer a premium deal to their main competition. Apple wants to jump off the platform, I go to Microsoft and say, we'll give you the double the access for half the cost. Microsoft then goes, oh boy, now we're getting a premium deal. And here's what you do. Make the ads insult Apple. Now Apple's got to contend with massive multi-million-dollar marketing against them because they chose to play with the lie.
Yeah, this is probably just like the most basic CYA for them, and they'll just, they'll be back. I imagine they'll all be back in short order.
What's CYA?
Cover your ass. They just go, hey, like someone said something, and they go, we did. They just play it the most safe as possible.
But you said a moment ago, like, no one's really falling for it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think they're falling for it either, and I don't think they're concerned. I think they're part of...
No, I meant like the regular people. Because the thing with Media Matters, I don't exactly know their thing, but like the biggest competition to mainstream media right now is X. Like if I turn on CNN or Fox right now or MSNBC, like I'm just watching what I saw on Twitter yesterday.
Yeah, YouTube and X. I would say YouTube's like the ultimate, although YouTube's kind of mainstream.
Well, the thing with
media.
Twitter
Even
has the
YouTube
real citizen journalism though, where like, something happens and there's just a guy like there who's just
Even
filming.
YouTube is a day late because everyone that's talking about, what's going on, if they're making videos, it takes at least a few hours to produce it unless you're doing like live stream stuff. And that stuff is done on X nowadays. People are, if you want to look for the most recent news, it's going to be on X.
Always been that way. Right? I'm on the ground at Occupy Wall Street. The video's instantly up on Twitter. YouTube was like, it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, it's just a slightly different way that people ingest that content.
There's production value. Like, I mean, even low, people that pride themselves on low production value or, looking like it's DIY and stuff. There's some production value, whether it be editing or stuff like that. So you can't get it up as fast as you can on YouTube.
I mean, like if there's like a giant car accident, like car crash or something, it's just someone whips out their phone and they go, this is, crazy. And then that's where you're going to see it first before anywhere. So,
and you're not going to get banned off X for uploading it. Whereas on YouTube, it's like, did you vet this? You better, if you're going to say this is real by posting it, then you better vet this.
Even if you did vet it, even if it is real, they'll still just kick you off or whatever. Demonetize.
Maybe it depends. Certain things. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but it's like it's not it's not like the proving ground is kind of X. It's like the testing ground for data. Fake stuff goes up, real stuff goes up, and then we decide what's real, and then we put that on YouTube.
Here's the wild thing. If Jack Dorsey still owned X, Twitter, you would be banned for criticizing Hamas. Not even. I think it is a very, very strong likelihood that, you know, what was it? Facebook's rules said that you were allowed to praise Nazis so long as they were fighting in Russia.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, I'm pretty sure that, you know.
I mean, the crazy thing right now is Michael Rappaport, if you saw on Instagram, if you go to follow him on Instagram right now, it gives you the warning that says this account posts like
controversial things.
No,
they got him!
Not controversial. It's like fake and misleading.
Oh, is it?
They got him.
On Rappaport.
As soon as he said he'd vote for Trump, they got him.
Isn't that crazy? Someone sent that to me. I go, I
hilarious.
couldn't believe it. I had to see for myself. And it literally says, if you go follow Michael Rappaport on
We'll pull that
Instagram-
up. We'll pull that up in a minute.
I have it. I took a screenshot of him on my phone. And because I'm like, Rappaport, you think that guy's been Orange Man bad for...
But he just came out and said he's considering voting for Trump.
It says this. Are you sure you want to follow Michael Rappaport? This account has repeatedly posted false information that was reviewed by independent fact checkers or went against our community guidelines.
This is why they need to destroy X.
Yeah.
Elon Musk shattered a large portion of their narrative control. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So some argue, people on the left argue that if Jack Dorsey owned the platform, you would not be able to criticize Israel. I think it's the other way around.
I mean, I got kicked off Instagram recently on October 8th is when I started.
But I think Donald Trump being the biggest issue for them. Michael Rappaport makes a video where he's like, "Big dick Donald Trump, I'm gonna vote for him. I'm considering it." And then it's like, and it's funny because he kind of sounds like a high pitched version of Trump.
Yeah.
And now they're putting a flag on his account.
crazy.
That's so
crazy because he's like been the most just like every allowable opinion, Orange Man bad, all that stuff.
That's crazy,
forever. And then the moment he veers off of the acceptable kind of stuff, gone.
Well, let's carry this on. We got this tweet from Chris Pavlovsky. He says, X is not alone. I can also confirm that Media Matters has purposely misrepresented Rumble. Their dishonesty warrants an immediate investigation at the highest levels. And he says, hint, Speaker Johnson and Jim Jordan, and I'll bring the receipts. Here's my statement. He says, Media Matters is threatened by Rumble's mission to protect a free and open internet. So the reaction is to deceive the public and scare advertisers. For example, on March 14th, Media Matters claimed that advertisements for Netflix, which were appearing on Rumble, had been placed on videos that violated our content policies. However, according to Google Analytics, the week before publication of that Media Matters article, there had been 0 page views of that video. This means that the Media Matters activist who took the screenshots was the first human being to actually view the Netflix ad on the video in question, though their story left the false impression that it was a widespread problem. The same is true for most of the videos cited by Media Matters, all of which were removed from Rumble as soon as we were made aware of them. It's clear that Media Matters intends to mislead and deceive about advertisements on Rumble in order to hamper free speech and harm law-abiding employers who only want to advertise their product and services. It's tortious interference. There's no reason why you can't just say, Chris and Elon, they're trying to cost you money and damage your business. Take it to the monetary issue right here. Prove damages. Let Media Matters outright admit that they're doing this and then show it to a judge.
Do we know who funds them?
Probably George Soros.
Yeah, that would be.
I think that's actually easily confirmed. There was a big article that people were sharing, but it's a nonprofit that receives a bunch of donations. He says Media Matters doesn't do anything for free. So who is funding this outrageous targeting activity? Who is paying for them to target free speech? And why are they afraid of free expression online? Speaker Johnson and Rep. Jordan, it's time for Congress to ask hard questions. Elon Musk responds saying they have a long track record of evil deeds. An investigation is badly needed. I will tell you this right now. I will place a large sum of money, I mean this figuratively, a gentleman's bet, let's say that.
Sure.
That the U.S. government is working directly with Media Matters in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
U.S. What's probably happening is government actors and Media Matters employees probably are in regular communication to coordinate their efforts and target social media platforms with allies who work for these companies. We know this is a fact that the government did this. Now, Media Matters, yet to be seen, but the government did do this with Vijay Gadde, who had regular meetings with them and gave them a backdoor, and Facebook gave the government a backdoor. The U.S. government has gone rogue in this regard. I mean, we can say they've gone rogue in terms of war. When was the last time the U.S. declared war?
They've gone rogue in basically every way you can imagine it. They don't.
Absolutely
They don't take care of the border. They violate individuals' rights by spying on them. I don't believe that the NSA has stopped spying, even though they're supposed to have stopped collecting metadata. I don't believe they are. And the reason I don't believe they are is because if they want it, they let Google and all the companies, these big tech companies, they let them collect the data and then they just subpoena it. So their hands are clean. But if they want it, they know that these big tech companies are going to give it to them. So they're monitoring everything you do. Ring will monitor you with cameras at your house. There's cameras all over every major city. The number of individual liberties that are specifically protected by the Constitution is equal to the number of individual liberties that the federal government violates on a regular basis.
Thanks for watching this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. Hang out with us live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and become a member over at timcast.com for uncensored, members-only shows exclusive. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you all next time.